Hey, what's up everybody? This is Chicken Possible with Rewards Hunter, back with part 8 of the Contrast series, where we work through grabbing all of the achievements in this game for a bunch of Microsoft Rewards points. If you haven't watched parts 1 through 7, those will be linked in the description so you can get caught up and grab all of the achievements that we've grabbed previously in this game. But let's go ahead and take a look in the Microsoft Rewards app. So we've got a new Rewards Weekly set that's available for this week, worth 100 rewards points. The first thing you want to do is click to check out the featured game for the week, which is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. Very cool game. And the second part is to work on 3 achievements. We're going to be doing that in Contrast in just a little while. And the third piece will be to run some searches on Bing on 3 separate days in order to finish out the weekly set and get all 100 points. Additionally, you'll be able to click on the Achieve More, Earn More punch card and grab 50 points for that. And you can always break these achievements up onto 3 separate days if you want to get 3 Achieve More, Earn Mores out of the 3 achievements that I'm going to show for the week. But anyway, we'll go ahead and get started in Contrast, picking up where we left off. You should be at 19 out of 22 achievements unlocked so far, and the last one that we got was called How'd You Get In for completing the workshop, which is where Vincenzo does all of his work. So we're actually going to go ahead and finish up the game and get the last 3 achievements today, and we will be completely done with it. And this secret achievement, we'll go ahead and click to reveal the details. That is for completing the Lighthouse. So we're actually going to do that as our second achievement. We're going to get the Bookkeeper achievement, which is for getting all of the collectibles in the game. So I believe we've got 7 of those that we need to grab in this first section of the game in the Lighthouse. So when we start out with Dawn here, the first thing we're going to do is meet Dee Dee back at the stage. So take a left, and then we're going to take a right to go up this first set of stairs that you'll see here with the lights, and then you'll move into the first cutscene. And I'm going to be skipping pretty much all of the cutscenes by pressing Y in this, but feel free to watch those and just kind of pause the video if you want to get more in depth in the story. It's pretty interesting. But in order for this to be as quick as possible, I'm just going to go ahead and be skipping all the cutscenes. So we're going to head back here towards the Lighthouse, and there will be another cutscene here. So we'll skip that one. We made it to the Lighthouse, and we're going to go inside and start working on the puzzles in here. So move to the right side of the door, and you'll see some more glass here that we can pass through. So we're going to shift in, pass through, and then shift back out. And we're going to go over to the left side here and turn on the base of the lighthouse and get the light started. So you'll see the light is now projecting over to the right side, and we're going to interact with this first light machine and move up and over to the left, and then we're going to go down and highlight the box that's here. And then you can press X to come out of the interaction. Then we're going to hop across and press X to grab the box, shift in, press X to drop it, and then we're going to shift out and go back over. And we can actually use these light projections to move the box to a new area. So let's interact again, and we're going to drag it up and to the left, and we're going to try to get it across the gap and over to this left-hand side section that we can walk over to. So it should pop out as if you keep moving to the left there, it'll pop out of shadow mode, and then you'll be able to grab it over here. So let's just walk this over and put it on the gear switch that's here. Press X to drop it there, and that will bring down the first set of stairs that we need to use. But before we leave and go upstairs, go back and interact with the light projector one more time and move it over to the right, and then kind of lock it into that position on the right side so that the light continues to pass through the next reflector and up to the next projector on the second level. Once you've got it coming out on the second level, you'll see that this one kind of moves back and forth along the wall. You want to jump into shadow mode when it's on the left side wall here and walk along with it. When you get up to this top section here, you're going to quickly grab the box and then shift into shadow mode and keep walking with the box shadow. And that'll allow us to get it to the top right side of the room. We can shift out and put it onto the gear switch that's here. So the next thing we'll want to do, since we can't really get to that set of stairs from here, is we'll just jump down to the center of the room and then walk counterclockwise around to make our way up that next set of stairs. And we'll keep walking around, and we're going to start grabbing some collectibles now. So the first collectible is this poster on the wall. So make sure you grab that one. And we're going to start to find out more through these little collectibles about the story and about how the shadow, kind of the pseudoscience, I guess I would say, behind the shadows in this game and how it works with what Vincenzo's experiments were. So make sure you interact with that switch back there to bring down this set of stairs and then walk up the stairs. And on this top section, we're just going to keep moving up the stairs, and before you start interacting with the switch, make sure you grab the collectible here on the left side. And we can walk past the family tree. That's actually not a collectible, but pretty interesting. And there's one more collectible that's highlighted over here, so let's grab that one. And this is about a missing illusionist, which apparently is actually Dawn. She is the missing illusionist. So I guess Vincenzo was doing some sort of experiment with the shadows and Dawn went missing. And we'll find out a little bit more about that in a minute. So you can interact with this switch here, but you can see that it's timed and the light sections that it makes do disappear after a few seconds. So if you miss your opportunity, you can just go back down after the machine finishes running and you can turn it back on again. So we're going to quickly sort of jump. We're going to do jump dashes from one bit of light to the next. So you're going to shift in, jump dash to the right, jump dash to the right, and just keep going until you get over to this ledge. And then you can shift out and you should be safe over here now. That did take me a couple times to get through that. Just pause the video if you need to, as always. We'll grab another collectible here of some photographs of the Shadow Dimensions effect. We've just got the last few collectibles coming up here. So let's walk up this set of stairs, and you'll see a couple of light projections up here that you can interact with. Before we do anything with those, let's grab these collectibles. So we've got a science picture. It's very generic sounding, just science picture. And then another one on the right side of the room there where you see a skeleton getting changed into a shadow. All right, so once you've got those, let's go over to the right light projector and we'll interact with that one to turn on this beam of light. So that will activate a shadow on this back wall with some gears here. This took me a couple of times, but basically you want to just keep hopping and try to dash over to the right. You're trying to make your way up and over to the right and get up to this ledge. So we've got a gear switch here, but we don't have a box to put on it yet. We'll grab that in a minute. Move over here and grab this collectible. This should be the very last collectible in the game. This is a picture of Vincenzo and Dawn together at the 1900 Exposition Universelle. So interesting that Dawn was a real person at one point, and I guess she got changed by Vincenzo into this shadow thing, where she's kind of half in the world and half in the shadow realm. Let me know your thoughts on this story and how this all kind of played out in the comments. I'd be interested to hear everybody's interpretation of how this all played out at the end. But anyway, we'll keep heading down and to the left here. And here is that box that we need, but we're gonna have to move it around a little bit. So let's take it over here against this back brick wall and drop it here. And we need to activate the second light projection on the inside. So interact with this, and that'll get the beam of light going out here close to the box. So now that the light is on the box, we can shift in and drop it, and then we're going to carry it up like we did earlier. Now that it's in the shadow realm. So interact with the light projector, and then you can use your left trigger to focus the spotlight and make it smaller. We're going to drag it up and put it in this section right here. And At this point, you want to kind of move down and to the right a little bit with the light. I was a little confused about what I was doing here, but basically you want to move down and to the right with the light until it kind of locks into the position where the next reflector is. And I've gone way too far to the right here. It is right there. And you can see it highlighted right there on my screen where you want to set the projector. So now we'll jump up onto this next ledge, and we can move the box over a little bit further to the right. And we're going to shift into shadow mode here and drop it on the right side of that. We'll shift back out, and we're going to move this projector around a little bit. So move it over to the left, focus on the box again, and then quickly drag it once the walls are not moving over to the right side. And then there's another spot with a reflector to lock it in right there. And again, you can see where the reflector is right there on my screen, so that's where you want to lock it in at. And the box should be on the right side now. So let's hop up and we can grab the box, and then we can carry it back over to the gear switch that we're looking for. And for some reason, this little spot right here is kind of difficult to walk over, so just be persistent, you'll get over it. Press X to drop the box on the gear switch, and then we've got some more shadows to hop up. So let's move back to this back wall here. We'll jump and shift in on top of the pipes, move up and to the left, and then over to the right, and then you'll need to dash through that little rope right there, shift out. And we're going to start getting some replays here. For some reason, I didn't shift in correctly there, but if you do die, you'll just respawn and you'll be able to shift back into the replay shadow. And the next few are all pretty obvious. I would recommend probably just letting them play out before you start getting into them, because they do kind of move around a little bit. So let them just kind of play through as much as they're going to play, and then start moving after that. Right here, you want to dash through the pipes, and then we're going to shift onto this railing shadow here and jump dash over the next wall. We've got some more of these replay shadows coming up, so we'll shift in, walk up the stairs here. So here's one of those replays, and you can see how Kat's kind of moving around, and she knocked me out of the shadow realm there. So like I said, just kind of make sure you wait for them to actually stop in this section, and it'll be easier for you. You know, they'll be stabilized. So I'm just going to let Johnny finish moving here, and then we'll shift in and jump off of his figure onto the next section up to the right. And then Kat will point the way up to the left, so let's jump up her shadow. We'll move up this Johnny shadow to the right, and we're almost through with this section. Just a few more to do. And we're going to see some more reminders. Getting very close to the end of the game here, just a couple more minutes left of it. We'll get some more reminders of things that happened earlier in the game just ahead. And this one you actually have to jump to. I thought there was going to be a shadow there, but you actually have to jump to that ledge and pull yourself up. That wall falls over there, and then we're just going to kind of see a shadow here of Johnny and Dee Dee hugging each other. And then we'll move along the different artifacts here. You'll recognize a lot of these things from earlier in the game, including the ball and the couch and the eviction notice, all kinds of little interesting reminders there, mementos of the game. Move over to the edge of the lighthouse, and we're going to interact with the main lighthouse projector up top. And we just need to move this down and to the left to the area where the exhibition is going on onto the stage. Once you've got that in the right position, it'll just kind of lock in automatically. And then you'll be back outside the lighthouse, and we need to meet Dee Dee back at the stage. So we've got our Let There Be Light achievement there for completing the lighthouse. That's awesome. That's our second achievement of the day. So number 3 is just for finishing the game. So we're going to go ahead and finish that up now. So move up to the stage here. I'm going to skip this cutscene with Vincenzo's show, and then we're going to follow Dee Dee back behind stage there. So she'll get into a little elevator here with a projector, and you'll see some more of the light projections on the wall. So we see Dee Dee and Johnny and Vincenzo kind of talking it out about who is going to stay with Kat, and of course, luckily, it is Johnny.
I want you to meet the little girl who turned the lights back on.
So this is the final cutscene of the game. You can go ahead and skip that one if you want to, or watch it play out. And once the credits start to roll, then you should get your third and final achievement there, which is just called Finn, for completing the game. So I hope everyone enjoyed that playthrough of Contrast. Pretty interesting game, very different from a lot of the games I've played in the past. It's interesting having that Shadow Realm aspect to it. So we've fully completed that game at this point. You should have 1,000 out of 1,000 gamer score. So we will pick up with a brand new game, or relatively new to Game Pass, in 2 weeks when we have another Rewards Weekly set to start working on. Let's go ahead and click on Achieve More, Earn More to grab 50 points. We'll click on Achievement Hunter to grab the 40 points there, and then you'll have to come back and do your Bing searches on 2 more days to finish out this punch card. But you should have at least 150 points there for those 3 achievements, if not more. And that is going to do it for Part 8 of Contrast. Like I said, I'll be back in 2 weeks with a brand new game, and we'll be working on that one to grab more easy achievements for more weekly sets. So I will look forward to seeing you all in those guides. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you found that video helpful, please be sure to click the subscribe button here on YouTube and hit that bell for notifications. You can also find some helpful links in the description of this video if you want to stay connected with us. Stay tuned for more Microsoft rewards and achievement guides, and I'll see you in the next one.